Hi, everybody. It's Yolanda, and I'm so excited about this business I'm in. And it's not all about travel. I know many times when you see me, when you hear me, it's like, oh, here she goes again about travel. But one of the things maybe I'm failing to get over to you is that we sell travel businesses. We help people own their own travel business where they can earn and save on money and help others save on money. And I was on a call today with some of our high interest, high earning business partners. And those ladies all had a story. And it wasn't just, hey, quit my job, jumped in, everybody traveled with me, I made a lot of money in a short time. But they too had real life experiences, y'all. And I was so excited because I'm like, I'm missing it. Maybe I'm not sharing the opportunity correctly. And so one of our business partner. She's a millennial. She's a young lady who had been married 14 years, had a great job, and had a very supportive husband, but things changed for her. Her marriage did not work out, which left her experience being a single mother and starting all over again. And so she did have to change wear her dress temporarily, change her vehicle temporarily, but having her own business, supporting and sharing this opportunity with others, she was able to stay at it. And then somebody else shared the opportunity and someone else. And so now she and her 3 children are doing well. They're earning money in this opportunity. She can now go to lunch with her son. He told her, Mama, I like this. I like when you come to lunch with me. So I'm going to eat real slow so that this doesn't end. So there's a young woman that life was changed because she took a chance on herself. Another one of the young ladies who is our mentor and 3-star director in this company, she talked about how she fell in love real quick, got married real quick, found out it wasn't the right match real quick, that the personality that she thought that her husband had, the integrity that she thought he had, he didn't. So after a big fancy wedding and in the paper and in the magazines and dress being shown everywhere as a example of how to have a beautiful wedding dress, she had to make a decision to leave that comfortable setting and even the comfortability of what having a husband supported, and she had to start over again. And this time, though, she put herself first. She shared her opportunity time after time after time, gave up the Sunday fun days, gave up all the Netflix and watching people who are millionaires and wealthy and financially comfortable, and start working on herself being financially comfortable, wealthy, and even being a better version of herself. So when God did send her her husband, she was prepared. They were able to date, learn each other, see the things that they had in common, and even the same goals and dreams. And so after dating, after agreeing with what they wanted for each other, she then found, she'll tell the story time after time, how she had a destination wedding and had shared it with all of her family, and her family supported her business during that time. And basically with the incentives and commissions, she came home, like she says, to not only a band, but an amazing man also. Our 6-star director, she talked about pouring into her job and industry for over 20 some odd years. And they came in one day and said, you're a nice lady and you've done a good job so far, but you're fired. We just don't need you anymore. And so at 42 years old, as she says, after a year, her change was strange and her money was very funny. And so she shares her story about having to move back home with her mother at 42, having to start over again, having to build a life again that she was accustomed to. And so her mother supported her. Her mother was the one that made the investment, which is so affordable based on what you get. So after working on herself, she met our CEO and president of this company. He mentored her. She was coachable, and now she is happily married. She is a mother. She is a one of our wealthiest business partners in the state of Texas. But she went through something, so it's just not. It's this. This is ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And so also one of the other ladies, she'd been really, really, really sick with her pregnancy. And she had a service-based job, but she also was working this business. And so with her service-based job, when she got very sick with her little girl, she wasn't able to work. She wasn't able to put her hands on people and things and earn money that way. However, she was also a business owner, a travel business owner. So she had already built some travel businesses, helped some others build that travel businesses. And so when she was sick, she was still earning. She was still earning. And even when her baby was born, she was able to spend time with her baby. She was able to get healthy again. And she speaks now of homeschooling her children as a result of making a good choice. And definitely, they never talk about that this is quit your job day, because it's not. And then there are several other business partners that just shared their story. We're very open and vulnerable with this. And then one other one, a young lady in the business, been on the opportunity less than 3 years and is earning upper six figures in this opportunity. But she's also a mother, and through tragedy, she lost one of her children. She lost her daughter. And that created a lot of, sadness, grief, even rethinking what I want to do and how I want to do it. And she had this opportunity. She had this business. And even while she is and was taking time to grieve her daughter, her business and her business partners were still working. So she was still getting income even during the death of someone she cared for so much. So these, again, I can't stress enough that this isn't just about travel. It's about life-changing opportunities. So I would love to share a little bit more about what we're doing. And then you ask, how much is $200? But price is what you pay, but value is what you get. And many of us today, was Valentine's Day. Many of us have gone or going to dinner. We'll have a real nice bottle of wine, or have an amazing steak, or a gourmet piece of salmon or fish or something like that. And so we spend $200. It's just what we value spending the $200 on. And then, as I mentioned, our 6-star director in this company, and she shares all the time, when she started this opportunity over 10 years ago, she didn't have the $200. She literally borrowed it from her mother and started this business. And here she is 10 years later, again, one of the wealthiest women in this opportunity in the state of Texas. So again, it's not all about dollars and cents either, because everybody doesn't want to be wealthy, but we do want to be healthy. We do want to be whole. We do want to be people of integrity. We do want to be able to support ourselves and our kids. And so I would love to share with you more details about this opportunity, and just give me a chance to share. I was thinking, once I was viewing this opportunity today, I was like, you know what? I haven't been sharing, giving people everything they need to know to be successful. And so this was my opportunity to run that back. And again, I'm going to put the information down here in the chat. And if you would love to hear more, I'm available and want to share what could be a life-changing experience for you and somebody you love. So I'm going to see you at the beach, maybe at the bank, but most importantly, I'm going to see you at the top, because the bottom's way too crowded. Bye now.